Hello YouTubers, this is Cessnaace and this is a unpacking video. I received a package from Atari Age. I'll put the link down there. Unfortunately, this is not take one of this video because I've been having a lot of problems of late with my web camera. Now in a past video, I showed a number of retro gaming magazines that I had picked up from Atari Age. A magazine called Revival. Now this magazine is originally published, and it's still being published, in France, in French. This, however, is the English language version, and issue 29 was the first issue to offer an English language version. I'll just read the first paragraph of the introduction. Revival is published quarterly since the end of 1997. Till now, it was only available in French through subscription, but given the growing interest from foreign to France readers, we considered an English version. It is now a reality with this issue, number 29, because it is indeed the 29th issue. I kind of word things that way sometimes. This includes a test of Sky Jaguar for the Intellivision, B-Cave/Spikes Spree for the Vectrex, Yazi for the Vectrex, Ganground SX for the Super CD-ROM 2, Freefall for the Nuon. How often do you get to review for a Nuon game? iCyborg for the Vectrex, Trizeal for the Dreamcast, Inhabitants for the Dreamcast, Sora Bangu for the Winter Swan Color, Loops for the Lynx, Alna for the GP32, Neopoke Kun for the Neo Geo Pocket Color, Electronia for the GP32, and Sea Dogs for the GP32, as well as a test of the all-in-one console, Tivapad Classic Arcade Flipper, which it has built-in pinball game. Issue 30. Said I'm trying to fly over the ones that I had previously shown because I don't think I mentioned what they cover. This one includes tests of Chaos Control for the Sega Saturn, Fortress, number 4, and TRIS. For the Intellivision, it's obviously a Tetris clone. Yar Kung Fu for the ColecoVision, Pac-Mania for the Sega Master System, Stonix plus Hidden Levels for the Intellivision, Clax for the GX4000, Nebula Commander for the Vectrex, Climber 5 for the VCS 2600, Chaos Field for the Dreamcast, Her Knight for the GP32, Tetris for the Wonder Swan Color, Duranic bonus cartridge for the Lynx, Bejeweled 2 for the Zodiac, plus an article on the reboundation of the Famicom/NES within the homebrew community, and a test of the Cuddle Cart 2 for the Atari 7800. Next up, issue 31. This includes a test of Debris for the Vectrex, Spin Dizzy World for the Super Nintendo, Deflector for the ColecoVision, Maze Maniac for the ColecoVision, Zenkai FX for the PC FX, Thunder Castle for the Intellivision, Cool Herders for the Dreamcast, Rattergy for the Dreamcast, Jagmind Bomb Squad for the Jaguar, Total Carnage for the Jaguar, Pac-Land for the Lynx, and Space Invaders Virtual Call, period. I'm not going to bother trying to look up the full title. The Virtual Boy. Okay, issue 32. There's a picture of the Neo Geo. Good buddy Hexfile 2708 picked up one of those fairly recently. Not too recently, but kind of recently. Anyway, this includes tests of Mental Combat for the Atari 2600, Dr. Hauser for the 3DO, Under Defeat for the Dreamcast, Power Strike 2 for the Master System, Fourth Strike, Burning Fist for the Sega CD, Chip Chat Kick for the NEC PC FX, Spikes Circus for the Vectrex, Space Frenzy for the Vectrex, Vector 21 for the Vectrex, Debris EE Review for the Vectrex, Catnip Cable for the Jaguar, and Project Apocalypse for the Jaguar, plus tests of Gorf Classic, Fight for Life, and the beta version of Fight for Life, plus tests of Virtual Bowling for the Virtual Boy, and Rally Pop for the GP32. Next up we have issue 33. If you're not familiar with it, that is a handheld released by Milton Bradley in 1971 in the US. And what's weird about it is the processor was built into the cartridges and not the unit itself. This includes Tests of Last Hope for Neo Geo, a VCS Tech Challenge for the 2600, Soul Star for the Mega CD rather, Color Clash for the Vectrex, Vector 21, Fistful of Wildcards for the Vectrex, Seaplane Preview for the Jaguar, Diam Jag for the Jaguar, and Attack of the Mutant Penguins for the Jaguar. That's not a homebrew game. Well, I do have it. Magical Tree for the ColecoVision, Cosmo Fighter 2 for the ColecoVision, and Astro Invader for the ColecoVision. Also, they test the Atari Max Multicart ColecoVision, and they have part 1 of their article on the Microvision. That thing right there. Issue 34, which includes tests of Bigger Prince. That is a homebrew that was published by Super Fighter Team for the Sega CD and Mega CD, and it's supposed to be really good RPG. Unfortunately, they've released it a number of times, and every time it is sold out. Atomic for the Jaguar CD, Last Hope for the Dreamcast double feature, Nth Degree 1 for the Jaguar CD, Same Game and Robots for the Intellivision, Flash, Kobido Kun for the Wonder Swan, Police Bust for the Supervision, and 3D Lords of the Robots for the Vectrex, plus Blip Football for the 2600, Santa Simon for the 2600, Medieval Mayhem for the 2600, Toy Shop Trouble for the 2600, Haunted Adventure Trilogy for the 2600, and Phantom 2 / Pirates for the 2600, and a feature on the Commodore C64 TV. I have another copy of number, well, wait a minute, getting ahead of myself, 35. Vectrex Wraps, okay, Master System / Mark III specific title controller, rotary games. Tests of Woody Pop for the Mark III, Nuon games and demos for the Nuon. Puzzle Piece Panic for the Video Pack. Kairos for the Dreamcast, Fog Feast for the Neo Geo and Sega CD, Phantom 2 / Pirate for the Atari 2600, Blast Arena Advance for the Game Boy Advance, Trigger Elysia for the Dreamcast, Interview with Super Fighter Team, plus Atari 2600 Atari Box test for the Strato Gems Deluxe game, Astar in Fall Down. As I started to get ahead of myself, I have another copy of these two issues, 34 and 35. Received those today in addition to these that I didn't already have copies of. This is Revival number 36. This includes tests of Pictures Duel for Vectrex, Icebreaker 2 for the 3DO, I have that one. Sea Bomber for Vectrex, Last Hope for the Neo Geo CD, Search for the Stolen Crown Jewels 2 for the ColecoVision, Yastuna Volume 2 for the Lynx, Sudoku 2007 for the NES, Go Sub for the Atari 2600, The Last Ninja for the Atari 2600, Faster Fundung for the Atari 2600, a test of the Cuddle Cart 3 for the Intellivision, plus tests of Nerds for the Atari 2600, a French game I can't pronounce for the NEC PC Engine CD-ROM 2, Odyssey 2, The Hidden Face, it's an Odyssey 2 feature, plus tests of KTAA for the Odyssey 2, Spider-Man for the Odyssey 2, and Shark Hunter for the Odyssey 2. Next up we have issue 37. That kind of looks like the Game Boy Advance, but it's actually the ColorVision. Okay, tests of Space Duel for the Atari 2600, Jet Block Preview for the ColecoVision, Engage for the Atari 2600, Retro Games for the Atari 2600, Pac-Man Collection for the Atari 7800, Pod for the Gizmondo, Squares for the ColecoVision, Terra Attack for the ColecoVision, Gem Power for the NEC CD-ROM, Beef Drop VE for the Atari 7800. That's the version published by Atari Age that supports the 5200's sound chip, which Atari designed so that you could put it within the cartridge a 7800 game cartridge, and that way you had much better audio. And I have Beef Drop, but unfortunately I don't have the VE version. I have the standard sound version for the Atari 7800. Beef Drop, by the way, is a clone of Beef Drop. Beef Drop is a clone of Burger Time for the arcades. Okay, that was posed for the Atari 7800. Space Patrol for the Intellivision. Vecto Blocks for the Vectrex. Gingerbread Man for the Atari 2600. Interview Pack Rat Video Games. Tests of Mr. Roboto for the Video Pack. And a ColorVision article, The History of the ColorVision, issue 38. Watch me go so fast, and I still go so over. Okay, tests of Alex Kidd BMX Trial for the Sega Mark III, Airball for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I have that one. 2005 minigame combo for the Atari 2600. Vectrexians for the Vectrex. Action Knots for the Atari 2600. Baku Animals for the Saturn. Jeepers Creepers for the ColecoVision. Sword Fight for the Atari 2600. Monster Master for the ColecoVision. Addams Family for the TurboGrafx 16. Lasercade for the Atari 2600. Asteroids Deluxe for the Atari 7800. Reindeer Rescue for the Atari 2600. Swoops for the Atari 2600. Glider for the NES. Psy, that's spelled CYE, for the ColecoVision. Doubleheader for the 3DO. And an interview concerning the Collector Vision. Okay, issue number 39. This includes tests of Mr. Chin for the ColecoVision, Super Snake 2 for the NES, I have that one, Mega Pack Volume 1 for the Lynx, one project for the Atari 2600, another look at Yastuna Volume 1 for the Lynx, 4K4U for the Atari 2600, Championship Tennis for the Intellivision, Ladybug for the Atari 2600, Ghost House for the Master System, Martian Threat for the Video Pack, Canadian Minigame Volume 1 for the ColecoVision, Isaiah's Wii Challenge for Atari 2600, yes, it's spelled W-I-I, Isaiah's Wii Challenge, or Wii Chase, Dark Tower for the Vectrex, Montana Jones for the 3DO, Wind and Waters Puzzle Battles for the Dreamcast, and an article on the Sega Master System homebrew scene. And finally, we have here issue 40, now with a glossy cover. NES in full shape with Mystic Pillars. That's that homebrew game. I have a copy of that. And Ultimate Frogger Champion. I have a copy of that. This includes their in short section, which breaks everything down by system. Plus, they have reviews of Wolfenstein: The Next Mission for the 2600, Mystic Pillars for the NES, Royal 21 for the Vectrex, Ghost and Zombies for the ColecoVision, Lynxopoly for the Lynx, Mad Bodies for the Jaguar, they're the same Genesis for the Jaguar CD, Clay Pigeon, whatever system that is, 34, Video Pack. This has never seen a Video Pack before. Juno first for the Jaguar, for the Atari 2600. Exterion Exerciser for the NES. Ultimate Frogger Champion for the NES. I have that one. ASSES of Fire for the 2600. I'm not going to try and pronounce it because going as fast as I am, I'm trying to probably even say a word I shouldn't. And Road Fighter for the ColecoVision. And inserted inside Revival number 40 was a special covering the Adventure Vision. Okay, I have more packages coming. I have Laserdisc winging their way from Japan. I have Laserdiscs that are supposed to be winging their way from England. I have a homebrew game that should be winging its way to me shortly, as well as some more manga/graphic novels. And I have a couple of packages of anime Laserdiscs from Japan that I haven't opened yet. I'm saving those for a rainy day. Until next time, stay awesome.